Welcome back, race fans, to the tunnel turn, where things can get hairy.
But that's the way we like them.
Oh, you know it. Gotta have a lot of fun. I'm Phil. This is Christina.
How you doing? And it's definitely hairy around this house these days. And not everything we can talk about, but hey, we can talk about one thing. It's race day. And you know what race day means around here at the tunnel turn.
Tell us, baby.
Race day means power rankings.
Oh, yeah, you know it. This time we're going to try something a little bit different today.
Yeah, normally we go back and forth and we share our power rankings with each other on race day. But we're going to kind of do a dual power rankings together for the playoffs, do something a little different, a little fresh. You know, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. Let us know. But with our busy kind of schedule, it's kind of hard to do two different power rankings. So we're going to give you a big tunnel turn power ranking.
Yep, so this isn't my power ranking and her power ranking. This is our power rankings. This is the tunnel turn power rankings.
The only difference we have to throw in there is we are picking our own winner picks. So
yes,
we don't know. I don't know his winner pick. He doesn't know mine.
Yes, I still pick my own winner. She's still going to pick her own winner. I still don't even know who I'm going to pick yet. We'll find out. So let's just get right down to it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's get to our number 10 on this list. Do you want to do the honors?
Sure, I'll start with number 10. You know, you go back and forth with all the drivers that you want to put in that top 10. You throw all those names in there. And in a mix of short tracks, I know he hasn't been up there this year the best, but you can never count out a Busch brother at a short track. And this is that Busch brother at number 10 is Kurt Busch.
Yeah, Kurt Busch, the number one. You know, he's a good guy. He's been around for a long time. He has always run well at short tracks. I mean, he hasn't been the best lately, but he's still been very consistent at these tracks. He's still good for a top 10. And, you know, we kind of went back and forth on whether or not to put him in the top 10. But we decided his consistency, he should be able to get in the top 10. So here he is at number 10.
Definitely. I mean, like I said, to start out with, never count out a Busch brother. For some reason, the Busch brothers know how to drive short tracks. They know how to get to the front. They know how to piss people off while doing it. And if you need a good, safe top 10 person, Kurt Busch is that guy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so we will move on. All right, moving on to number 9. This guy, you know, he may be a bit of a surprise. But
it was definitely a surprise to us.
Definitely was a surprise to us. He was very impressive last week at Darlington, managing to finish in second, try to make a good run at the win, and definitely in the best-looking throwback of the night.
Oh, yeah.
We got Austin Dillon in the number 3.
Oh, yeah, number 3. Where the hell are you at?
No, in car number 3.
Well, I'm sorry, would you say in number 3?
Number 3.
You throw a girl off. Okay, in number 9 is
right.
Austin Dillon in the 3 car. Okay. I would gladly eat crow for this kid, for Ace's daddy. I mean, who would have thought he would have been up there last week? He was blowing me away. I mean, awesome looking ride, flying. I mean, I said in the last video, this kid looked like he was on rails coming around that corner to get Harvick. I thought he had Harvick. There's no way we couldn't keep him out of our power rankings this week. I know we didn't pick him for the playoffs, but I'm telling you, I would gladly eat crow for him.
Yeah, you know, we don't have him going to the advanced round, next round like she said, but man, he is doing impressive right now, and I almost wish that we did. Because he's not terrible at these tracks between Richmond and Bristol, so, you know, so it is what it is. If he does good and we were wrong on him, then all good for him.
Not to mention, I forgot to say, in his runner-up finish last week, he overcame a tire problem right in the front.
Yeah.
Apparently, his team put the tires on backwards.
Oops.
So they had to come in and fix that. So after all that, he still flew up to the front in that beautiful ride.
Yeah, he had a very fast car, and if he's got another fast car tonight, that's going to be good on him.
It's the eye of the tiger. Okay.
All right, so number 8. Who do we have at number 8, baby?
We have the illustrious, the young, the beautiful William Byron.
Beautiful.
Well, you could be a beautiful man, but anyways, come on. William Byron. I mean, maybe him and Chad Knaus found their step together because I'm telling you, His fifth last week was his third in a row. He's
Yeah.
coming on. He's coming on at the right time. If you want to come on, you've made it in the playoffs. Let's go. Let's get it together. And he's doing it.
Yeah, now he's picking a very good time to start finding his speed, and he clearly is finding his speed. And he's surprising me, and I'm glad for it because, like I said, as an old school Jeff Gordon fan, I like to see that 24 car up front. That 24 car belongs up front. He's got pretty much one of the best crew chiefs in the game right now. And so I'm glad to see him finally getting that car up front.
Definitely. I hope the hot streak continues. I mean, I'd love to see this young kid do things.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right, so we're just going to keep on rocking and rolling. We're going to number 7. We got Chase Elliott sitting at number 7.
Well, what can you say about Chase? I mean, he is like the woulda, shoulda, coulda guy of the year. I mean, every time we talk about Chase in the race, he woulda, he shoulda, he shoulda, woulda, coulda won that race last week.
Yeah.
15 laps from the end, him and Truex get together, they're both screwed.
Right. That's what happens sometimes. You're racing for the win. Sometimes you race a little too hard and you pay the price.
But he was 5th at the last Martinsville, which is a very close track to Richmond.
Yeah.
The kid's always bad fast. He's always up there. He wants to keep making a name for himself. I think he's getting better and better. The first couple of years he's been around, he hasn't really been a force to be reckoned with. But I think this kid's coming to his own this year, and I think he's only going to get better as the years go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, he's getting better a little bit all the time. This may not be his year, but next year, better watch out. But he's still doing good this year. He could still win a race.
Yeah, he's got nothing to be ashamed about for this year. He's been awesome this year. He's got wins this year.
No, but these other guys are just doing really good right now. So we're just going to keep going, and we're just going to keep talking about them. At number 6, I so wanted to get him into the top 5 because he is really good at this track. But the lack of a win, we couldn't get him into the top 5. It's just not feasible. So Kyle Busch is here at number 6.
Yep, he's sliding home at number 6. I mean, not taken away from the driver that Kyle Busch is. He's obviously your returning champion this year. He's got a year, nothing to sneeze at. He's had a great year going through. I mean, not a Kyle Busch type of year, but a good year. His last 5 races at Richmond were he finished 2, 8, 1, 1, and 9. So you cannot take away from what this kid could do today. This could be his breakout race today. This is the playoffs. He wants to show up now. This could be a race he could do it.
For sure, 100%. It's just he needs that win. He needs it terribly so that way he can stay alive because otherwise he might not get out of the second round.
And but I think he's feeling good going into this race because almost all his races this year he's always had problems. No matter where he's finished, he got through the Southern 500 problem-free and got a good finish, and he's taken that into a racetrack that he is one of the best at. Yeah,
like I was telling you earlier today, he's had the strong equipment. The Gibbs cars have been doing good, including his. The racing gods are just humbling him a little bit in 2020 because he's just not having it this year.
And I'll tell you exactly what I told you when you told me that. They're not just humbling him. They're putting him over their knee and giving him a good old spanking.
Straight up. So we got him at number 6. At number 5, this guy's, really good at short tracks. He's really good here at Richmond. It's Brad Keselowski, the Blue Deuce. Well, the former Blue Deuce, because they just don't seem to have no light on the car anymore.
Not taking away from that, but still, this kid, he's always up there. He's a champion. He knows what to do. This is the time of year when you need to come on. You need to be calm. You need to be collected. You need to get good finishes. And you could get that from Brad Keselowski. Mm-hmm. He has 4 top 10s out of the last 5 starts here. That's 4, 7, 9, 8, and 11.
That's pretty dang good to me.
Not to mention, out of the last 12, the 11th is his worst start, and that includes a win.
Right.
So you cannot take away from the fact that this kid will either be up there or in front.
Right. He may not have as many wins here as some of these other guys do, but he's good.
And he's got Penske power behind him, and the Penske cars have been good all year.
Yep, that they have. Speaking of Penske cars, at number 4, who do we got?
Well, we got good old Joey Logano, and here's why. Out of 12 starts here, his worst finish is 14th. That's not bad, and that counts 2 starts with those. I mean, 2 wins with all those 12 starts. He's definitely in the argument for the championship. I know we don't have him in the 4, but we went back and forth between him and Keselowski. But I'm telling you, you'd be crazy not to have him in your argument for the championship 4.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's got to be a part of the discussion. The kid's a damn good driver. There's no doubt about that. And he's trying to come back. He's trying to get himself in contention.
Not to mention another championship driver who's won, who knows what the pressure is like at this time of the year and knows how to handle it and knows how to win.
I can't not argue with that at all. All right, so
moving on.
Yeah, moving right on. We're already at number 3.
Can you believe trucking along in this? Wow.
Man. All right, so we got Martin Truex Jr. at number 3. Because, man, the dude's got some good numbers here at Richmond. He's been really bad fast lately. He won at Martinsville earlier this year at the
Not
short
to mention, he swept the last 2 Richmond races.
And there's that, too.
I mean, he was dominating the race last week. He won the first stage. He won the second stage. Obviously, you saw what happened in the third stage. So it's got a little squirrely,
Racing hard.
Little hairy around there. And you saw what happened. He just plowed into Chase and 2 contenders out.
Yep.
But Richmond is a track that he likes.
Yeah.
This kid will either be up there or win the race. Do not count out Martin Truex to win this race at all.
You cannot count out Martin Truex. I know he hasn't been getting the wins lately because his only win is Martinsville this year. But he's there. He's going to be there again. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be there.
Not to mention, he's always been that type of driver that you could say, quote unquote, is aggressive. He's always up there. He's not afraid to pass you and go by. He's always that nice, but he's also the nice guy driver. He's proved last week that he'll take it to the next level of aggression and take you out because I'm telling you, he had to know he was going to hit Chase at all times. There's no way he could sit there, even in his interview, and he's like, "Oh, I thought I cleared him. I'm sorry." There's no way that he knew that he was not going to hit Chase on the way by.
Yeah, he was not clear.
So
not clear. But
we know he'll do it now.
Yep. So he will be up there. But why number 3? Well, because you know who the top 2 have to be. They've been the top 2 all season. These guys have been number 1 and number 2 of the season. No doubt about it. So they have to be number 1 and number 2.
Right. And, we always go through, at least me, I don't know how you normally do it, but I like to go through other people's power rankings because I like to see where they put these top 2 every week because I don't find myself to be an expert at all. I'm just, a fan who watches at home and gives you my opinion. And whether you like it or not, if you're here, you must like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think this week we're going to be a little unpopular because we put Kevin Harvick at number 2.
Yes.
And here's why. He's got no pressure on him. He's got his win this round. He's into the next round. He's sitting comfortable in the points. I think he will definitely be up there because he's obviously Mr. Consistent. He obviously got the good cars. If there's a chance for the win, he's obviously going to take it. Last week proved that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he's going to push the subject if he doesn't have to.
No, probably not. Because, he's got nothing to lose, so maybe he will. But also he's got nothing to gain.
Right.
So I see him just having a safe race top 5.
Not to mention, he's sitting on, think about this for half a second. He's sitting on 8 wins this season.
8.
He could possibly tie Jimmy Johnson with the most at 10 wins this season.
Right. Well, maybe the most. No, Jeff Gordon has the most modern in 13.
I know, but as a
as
recent,
far as the playoff.
Right, as far as the playoff races.
Okay. Yeah, because he only needs 2 more to get to double digits, and
exactly.
It's not that often a guy can get to double-digit wins, and it's always impressive.
And always. He could win at every one of these races and these last races.
Right. So why Denny Hamlin at number 1, you may ask?
Well, go ahead. Do you want to tell him or you want me?
I'll go ahead. I'll say, he's a Virginia boy, so between Martinsville and Richmond, he's always good at those tracks. He loves those flat tracks. He loves those short track style tracks.
3 wins.
Right. This is his home. One of his 2 home tracks. This dude's going to be up there, and he's looking to get that win.
Yeah, he's got to keep up with. If he wants to be in the championship picture with Harvick, he's got to keep up with Harvick.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a very, very important race for him to win, especially because Harvick won last week. He's got to stay there, and he needs to be in the championship picture with Harvick. Because I'm telling you, when it gets down to the last race, this is definitely going to be a year where it was like Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards, where there's just one or two. I think they were tied at the end. And the only reason Tony won because he had more wins or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But the point is, it came down to just a few points between the top two.
It was so close.
So Denny needs to make sure he is staying right there with Harvick and not letting him get too far away. And you want to get the pressure off of this round and get into the next round. But at the same time, he's sitting so far ahead that even without a win, he'll make it to the next round.
Even if something happens,
he wants to stay up there with Harvick, so he has to win to do that.
Yeah, he's got plenty of insurance points. Even if he has an accident or something happens today, being 50-something points up, the worst he could be is maybe 20 points up.
Exactly.
And with Bristol to go, that's not terrible, but obviously he doesn't want to cup to that. He wants to save his insurance policy.
Exactly. When you're getting to more of these races where anybody can win, like Bristol's one of those where it's hard to win for anybody. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure when you're going into a race like that, you are safe.
Yeah, especially with Bristol as the cutoff race.
Exactly.
You don't want to go into the Bristol. If you can have a cushion and be locked in before you get to Bristol, you get yourself locked in before you get to Bristol.
Right, because Bristol's a race like many that you have to survive. Mm-hmm. You know, you could be doing all the right things all day long, and somebody else's temper will take you out. So you want to be comfortable going into that race.
But we'll get to Bristol next week. This week we're at Richmond, which really isn't that terrible different because it's a short track, but this layout's different.
I know, it seems like the short track section. Try saying that.
Yeah.
Of the playoffs.
So let's get to our winner picks.
That's what you've been waiting to see, huh?
Who do you have?
Well, I know I've been saying I'm going with Kevin Harvick every week. And I agree Kevin Harvick's going to be up there to win. I agree Denny Hamlin's going to be up there to win. But I'm telling you, I'm going with the guy that has the best stats at this track. And that is Joey Logano. I'm going with him because, like I said, his best average finish here at 5.6. He was third last week. He's got 7 top 10 finishes in the last 8 races. Why would I not go with Joey Logano? And by the way, you owe Reagan a flag, so you need to get in there and win.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. I did not pick Joey Logano, and, you know, like I said, when I started making this video, I wasn't 100% sure. But now I am. I'm going to make my winner pick Martin Truex Jr. I think he's winning. He's winning today's race. He's good at this track. He's going to be up there. He's just had so much speed lately. I mean, last week at Darlington, he had the dominant car before he made that mistake. And
but that's the problem, making mistakes. You got to make sure they're not making mistakes. Yeah. But go ahead.
His finishing position will have him starting a little bit deeper in the field, probably in the teens somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. But
Richmond is one of those tracks that's hard to pass at too, right? Because every short track is hard to pass at.
It can be, but you can also make some fuel strategies. And it's not like he's starting way in the back. The teens, that's not... I'm not sure the exact starting position, but...
Yeah, in case you haven't heard, on the pole is Mr. Kevin Harvick.
Well, he won last week.
He won.
So, of course. You know, but my pick is Martin Truex Jr., He's been trying to get into victory lane so many times lately, and been close so many times lately.
Well, this definitely could be that race for him because he is bad good at this race. But so is Joey Logano. I think both are good picks, and I think it's going to be definitely an interesting race tonight.
So neither one of us picked Harvick or Hamlin. That's very interesting, isn't it? All right, well.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I guess that's all we got. But wait, we have our subscriber giveaway we can't forget about. If we get to 100 subscribers, we still have this Jeff Gordon 1995 championship tin with cards still in the wrapping and certificate of authenticity inside. Beautiful piece.
Definitely. We also got the super secret giveaway, 75 subscribers. We're almost there. We thank you for all your help so far, but please keep helping us, keep loving us, keep giving us out there. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, share. Mikey, I hope you still love me.
And go ahead and you can talk to us too. We're on Twitter I'm at Tunnel Turn Phill. That's Phill with 2 L's.
And I am Tunnel Turn Chris. That's Chris. No K's around here. Only little C.
Yep.
And I will be home for the race tonight. Woohoo!
Yep, so we'll be watching, and we'll have a video out sometime tomorrow on Sunday. A review video.
Thank you. You catch me up to this stuff today. I mean, whew.
But yes, so until next time, have a good day.
Bye.